What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. It's Lydia. Thanks for tuning in, and if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. I will love you if you do, and hit that bell button too to be a part of the notification crew and notification squad. Y'all know the drill. Comment down below and let me know you're here so I can show you some love down in the comments. But let's just jump right into today's video. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about hair shedding and excessive hair shedding and kind of my tips and tricks on how to kind of prevent it and treat it. So let's just jump right into my first tip. So this first tip, I know we hear it all the time and we always hear drink more water, and it can be so cliche, and for me, I honestly am not a firm believer that you need to drink water and your hair will be healthy. There's a lot of other factors that go into play, don't get me wrong, but the first thing that I did want to tell you guys is that make sure that you're properly hydrated internally. I know for me, I like to drink like 50 ounces or more water each day, and if I drink a lot less than that for multiple days in a row, my hair and my skin and everything else will start to feel super gross, super dehydrated, and I'll just all over feel like kind of gross, just because my body's so used to getting that much water a day. Now when it comes down to my wash days, and let's say I haven't been drinking enough water each day, I'll notice that my hair, one, feels a lot drier. When I am detangling my hair, just as I normally do, I'll experience a lot of shedding, because with dry hair, usually for me, it tends to break off and shed a lot more. But yeah, that's just the first thing I would tell you guys, is make sure that you're getting proper hydration and proper moisture, not only outside, but inside as well. This next tip would be to make sure that your iron levels are at an adequate level. Now, I'm no medical professional, no expert or anything like that. This is just based off of what I've read and what I've personally experienced. For me, when my iron levels are low, that's when I tend to notice a lot more shedding. So typically for me, what I like to do is just make sure that I'm eating at least one meal a day that has an adequate amount of iron, or that I'm regularly taking my multivitamin supplements. I know, for instance, if I don't eat something with a lot of iron and I forget to take my supplements for multiple days in a row or something like that, then my hair will shed like crazy. And that's just one thing that I did want to share with you guys, that could also be a factor as to why your hair is shedding, and to just make sure that you are getting enough iron in your system, so that way if you experience some shedding because you're low in iron, you can maybe help it out this way. This next tip isn't about what you're taking in and what you're eating. It's mostly about what you're putting in or on your hair, and that has to do with hair ties. For me, I know if I ever use any of those like ouchless hair ties, or I use any of those black hair ties without the metal thing, those things will still make my hair break off and shed like crazy. It'll pull certain hairs out, and it's the worst. For me, I don't even use hair ties anymore. If you guys have seen in my other videos, I kind of use it all the time. I have this like satin scarf. I have a bunch of them. I have them in like smaller sizes and bigger sizes, but I just use that, roll it up, and then use it as a hair tie and kind of just tie my hair like a little bow and call it a day. That way I know I'm just tying my hair, I'm not manipulating my hair too much, and I don't have to worry about my hair snagging or getting caught on it either, and that way I won't have as much shedding. My next tip would be to do a hot oil treatment, whether that's as a pre-poo. I know for me, if I ever do a hot oil treatment, it's before I start detangling my hair in the shower, and what I like about hot oil treatments is, one, they help kind of stimulate the hair follicles on your scalp, and two, usually oils act as like a really good protective barrier, so that way when I go into the shower to detangle my hair, typically for me that's when I detangle my hair, and I do have like a hot oil treatment in my hair, when I go in to detangle it, my hair won't break or shed as much, so that's definitely a tip that I would recommend to you all. My next tip would be to decrease the amount of times that you manipulate your hair. I know hairstyles can be so fun and they can be so exciting to like switch up and play around with, but if you go from like cornrows to then wearing your hair in a wash and go to cornrows again to wearing your hair in a wash and go within 3 to 4 days, your hair is going to experience a lot of stress, and that stress is going to cause a lot of shedding. So maybe just try, if you can, try to utilize more low manipulation hairstyles, and if you do have a certain hairstyle in your hair that you are rocking or whatever, try to just wear it for a couple of days as opposed to constantly switching it and constantly touching and messing with your hair every day. Now this last tip isn't something that I've used or done personally, but I know a lot of other people in the natural hair community swear by it, and it's to do a green tea rinse. So yes, the green tea that you drink, rinse your hair with it, and apparently it's supposed to be really good for hair shedding, hair loss. I'll link some videos down below to kind of better explain and show you guys what I'm talking about. But yeah, I would say maybe try to incorporate some green tea rinses in your hair if you are suffering from a lot of shedding and a lot of hair loss. And yeah, those are all my tips for you. I hope you guys found this video super helpful. Like I said, hair shedding happens to everyone. It happens to me. Usually what I like to just make sure that I do is, one, that I don't be too hard on my hair when I'm detangling it in the shower, because not only will that cause excess shedding, it'll also just cause unnecessary breakage. So that's something that I just wanted to let you guys know. Like I said, I hope you guys found this video helpful. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, comment the word shedding down below, because you know we're trying to stop that shedding. But yeah, comment the word shedding down below and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And I post videos every week, multiple times a week, so be sure to subscribe. I will love you if you do. I won't hate you if you don't, but I will love you if you do. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.